So, Chuka, let's look at this specifically. And the Southeastern um, music artists currently, we have music artists from Southeast who are already at the top, who are doing very well. So, how effective are they using the new media? Because that's the trend, that's where everyone is moving to. Because I look at it this way: if they do certain type of thing, there are things they will do that people who are coming up, the up and coming, are going to look up to, because they are looking up to them, copying what they are doing. So if they are doing something right, especially towards the new media, they are definitely going to get it right. People who are still, looking up to them are going to follow their footstep and, of course, get it right as well. So, how effective are they using the new media? I mean, the already established artists from the southeast.
I can't categorically state what they have done or what they are doing right now compared to others. But I can tell you that the guys who came 10 years ago, 7 years ago, most of them don't pay so much attention to social media because that wasn't what made them. You know, the mind is a tricky thing. Some people tell you, don't break it, don't fix it, it then broke. So if people feel that this is not what made me, I'm sticking to what made me, and it's working for me, I don't want to bother with this. Especially when they didn't, like I said earlier, every artist need to be able to open their minds and learn, research, study, understand the various aspects of the business or the aspects that surround and enhance the business of music for an artist. When you broaden your knowledge of what's going on, it opens you up. You are more willing to listen. You are more willing to bring in people who can help you. But if you don't understand much about branding, you don't want to bother about a branding manager or a branding expert because you feel they want to collect your money. Why do I need this person when I'm already selling 10 million streams? So there's this attitude. I don't want to call it I don't want to use any negative word about that, but there's this attitude that we have from the Southeast. We are not very passionate about media, any kind of media at all, most of us. But I can tell you that I have noticed that the new generation of Nigerian artists coming from the Southeast are beginning to understand the importance of the social media. I don't know how much they have done about it, but I have noticed that they are taking it seriously because it seems to be the only way they can get it done. So maybe what they need is some kind of information sharing, just like what we're doing right now. I hope this actually still catalyzes a lot of things that can happen in the future, where we begin to have summits and meetings and even more platforms like this on Twitter, where people are discussing issues relating to this. So these guys can actually gain access to useful information that can help their career because people do better when they know better. These guys probably don't know much about this. And if they get to adhere to the information they can grab from these places and apply to their career, it will make a huge difference. For now, everybody's on their own, But I have seen examples like Ugochi. She was here last week. I watched Ugochi use social media very effectively to build herself. Today, you can't say she's a nobody in the industry anymore because she has gained visibility. And I would say it was just solely by her own effort. But the truth is that she was able to capitalize on the opportunities she was getting. Tunde Ednot at some point picked her after she got involved in a competition. Like I said earlier, artists should be everywhere. Find yourself into whatever that is going on. Soloni Fanem, get involved in what is going on. If you hear about a music competition, don't be shy to go there. You never know what kind of exposure it can give you. Sometimes you just get exposure, learning experience. Other times, beyond learning experience, you get visibility. Sometimes you even win the prize. And when you win the prize, all eyes are on you, at least for a period. And funds coming. You might make enough money to actually promote yourself by yourself as a proper indie and probably have a team around you. So that was what she did. She involved herself in a competition on Twitter. I think, yeah, Twitter. I don't remember if she won it, but
It
she
was on
gained a lot.
Instagram.
Okay.
She did a challenge on. You remember how that started? She did a challenge on a song by One Ticket, by Davido
Okay.
featuring
Okay. Okay.
Kiss Daniel. That was how it
Okay.
started.
Okay. Okay. So from that, the rest is history. People saw her, liked her, but most importantly, gatekeepers saw her. People like Tunde not saw her and was particularly interested. I noticed how he kept on promoting her, telling everybody, this is one artist you guys need to hear. This girl is amazing. And when Today Not talks about you, everybody wants to know who you are. Then, but the most important part of this is that Ugochi was smart enough to know that this is where the work starts. I have to put in the work now and do my own thing, figure out ways to create something that can make me trend. There's something called tipping points, and you don't know what is going to be your tipping point. So you have to keep up putting things out there. When what you're doing meets an accident, a positive accident, a tip happens. And when it happens, it looks like your success was not deserved because people can see that this has nothing much to do with what you did. Other forces aligned, or like they say, the stars aligned in your favor. And that's what happened with her. That's what happened with Essence terms. It has happened several times for several artists. I can't even begin to name artists that it helped build their career. So if an artist understands this and use it, I mean, like I said before, you need to be able to develop certain skills beyond being able to write a song or sing. Even that part is very, very important. I have a feeling that most artists who are coming out now are in a hurry. I have that feeling because there's a time to train yourself, there's a time to board, there's a time to announce yourself. If you announce yourself too quickly and people don't think you're good, you may not get that opportunity again. So it's better that you really, really do as much work as you can into molding yourself into an irresistible talent, an irresistible artist. But most people are in a hurry because the main thing is to blow. I won't blow. I won't blow. I remember the first time I saw Wizkid. He was probably 20 years old or 19 years old then. He was very young and he at that time he was already very good. Like he got into a studio where a recording was going on and he added his own flavor to the song and he transformed the song. Everybody were hailing him like, man, this guy, you're badass. So, and but he was just one small boy. So he had worked so hard. I learned that he had worked so hard. And that happened because he submitted himself to training. One of the things artists don't do today a lot is to find mentors. Go to a studio, go to a particular producer, serve under him if you can, learn from him. Learn everything, learn the ropes, even learn how to man that equipment, all that equipment, the doors, the computer, software, everything. Learn how to play an instrument. Let's learn as much as you can. If you can't learn all those things, at least serve. Sit there, learn, watch how they make music. You will learn so many things. People like Nice. That was exactly what made him. Let me tell you guys a very short story. In 2010, I went into a studio and I met a popular producer at that time. And we were talking about Nice and what had happened. Nice had a scandal about his wife and all that. So we're talking about what I went there for, but at the same time, we're talking about the industry. And while we were talking, he told me exactly how he built Nice, how Nice was there with him for years, learning the ropes, learning everything about music business, about artistry. And he poured himself into Nice, then produced the songs. And Nice became a hit. He said, when he was talking, he said, he was here just like this boy that is here now. And he pointed at a boy whose songs he was recording, a hip hop artist at that time. This was 2009-10. That artist is Odamide. Is a process. Olamide was sitting with him learning. I was there when he was mixing on Motorshow at that time. But look at Olamide today. That helped him. He learned how this works under somebody. It's easier that way. We need to embrace mentorship. We need to respect people who have come before us. Go to them, sit down and learn. That is the aspect of making good music because you might get the opportunity on the internet but your talent may not match it. Your talent may not be powerful enough to get the attention. So people were like, okay, this is what I try. Or when you are very good and then you get in the door, you get that opportunity, or you get retweeted by a big artist, that is it. You don't blow. If Thames wasn't special, and by some connection she was able to record that song with Wizkid, I don't think she would have gotten what she has today if she wasn't special. It's because her talent is amazing. I mean, she's not the only one that was featured in Wizkid's album. Same thing with Tiwa Savage. She featured a lot of artists. Nobody has become so big because of that album. But Wizkid's album brought her out because she had something that was waiting. She had something that was begging for attention. Although she was already getting traction with all the songs that she made before then, Try Me, Mr. Rebel, and the rest of them. She was already getting traction. But the truth is that people didn't know her even anything close to what's happening now. Thames is the biggest sensation from Africa right now. And this was what happened. So, yeah, I think that social media part